So guys, right now, my laundry's running. I forgot to close my door. I know I could go easily close that, and it might go crazy during this, but the universe is doing this for a reason. There may be things that get in your way. There may be things that get in your way. And that's the thing where you just gotta roll with it. Just roll with it. Just keep going. There's gonna be emotions that come up. Oh, just got a burp. I haven't gotten a confirmation burp in so long. Oh my gosh, whoa. Another one. I don't know if that's a good sign, like maybe my digestion is doing better, or if it's just like, this is true, this is real. Okay, so anyways, there's gonna be emotions that come up. Wow, really? Okay, let's expand on these emotions. It feels like you've kind of been on a roller coaster. You're like, when am I gonna freaking feel settled? When am I gonna feel grounded? When am I gonna, one on the time? Oh my God, so much confirmation, guys. When am I going to feel like I can just freaking do it and I can withstand the highs and lows of life? And when am I gonna feel like it just all is gonna work out? When am I gonna feel like that? Sorry, it looks like almost this guy has like a bald cap on outside. I'm gonna need to figure that out. Maybe like a weird helmet, different kind of helmet. Anyways, I don't know what the symbolism of that is yet, but it feels like there's gonna be a lot of things. Oh yeah, okay, so like you're just gonna put on your freaking helmet and go with it. And I don't know why the guides are telling me to say this, but I'm someone who's very sensitive to sound. So something like a washer running behind me while I'm doing a reading is like usually a big no-no. But for some reason, the universe is like, you gotta gather all your freaking strength and make it happen no matter what the distractions are. No matter what is pulling your attention, no matter what emotions are telling you to feel this, no matter what like emotions are telling you to feel that. I think he just has like a backwards facing hat on that's like a little different, a little fashionista out here. What's he doing? Can you just get on your bike and come closer over here? Because oh, he's just sitting there. We'll figure this out. Anyways, don't let your emotions distract you. Which is funny because I'm getting so distracted by this guy. Put on your freaking helmet and know that tomorrow will be different. Every single day, tomorrow will be different. You have to have that as your motto of like, this is not what's going to be taking me down today. I just got to go to sleep and tomorrow will be different. You have to enforce that belief of when you're in these emotions, when you're in these crazy feelings, you have to enforce that belief of like, I won't always feel this way, and I'm gonna figure it out. Yeah, he's got a little trendy hat on. Trendy dude. And that's the thing. You wanna be different. You wanna be different than what you've chosen before. You want to freaking be different than other people that are getting distracted and completely controlled by their emotions. And so me personally, I've been doing a lot of EMDR work. I've been diving into things in my childhood and it's actually creating a lot more anxiety than it's creating relief as of right now. This whole year has been like so intense. I just feel things so much more, and it's because I am allowing myself to feel these things that have been buried in me for so long. And the universe is like, you're kind of in this period of your feels, whether you actually are even diving into them. Feels like many of you are, but whether you're diving into them or it's just been a crazy year where you're trying to figure a lot out. 444 on the timestamp. The emotions are crazy. They're crazy. And it's like, just don't let them get you distracted. Don't let them take you away from reality. And that's the thing where, so I do a lot of psychic readings, and what am I trying to say? Oh my god, I just totally biffed on the timing of that joke. I was gonna say, I know it's a curveball, I do psychic readings, whatever. Okay, anyways. But it's interesting because I've also been doing a lot of therapy. So like, I'll have these like things happen in my life, and then I'll just like tell my therapist, and it will matter so much to me, and I'll just be telling her. And I've had experiences with clients where they're telling me something about their life, and it matters so much to them. And obviously it matters to me. I want to support them and be there for them. But I was noticing that it's kind of the same thing about me telling my therapist about my life, where sometimes it's just all in our heads, guys. And we are kind of just continuously painting the exact same story. And it's like, sometimes we just need to stop telling that story. Sometimes we need to stop getting distracted by the same thing, by the things that actually don't even matter. But we are deciding to continuously tell that story over and over and over and over and over again. And it's like, no, your life can be different. No, your life can be different. No, those feelings that are controlling you, don't give them as much energy. And you know how you don't give them as much energy? You actually settle, find a quiet space, and you feel them. And then they don't consume you for a day, for 2 days, for 3 days. You feel them. And that's actually what I did before. I love when things come full circle, but that's what I did right before this. And I do have my Lighthouse group meeting right after this, which, if you don't know, that's a monthly membership. We meet every month, and it is a group reading, and then we do individual readings. And it's quite the spiritual community. We all come in and tell the crazy spiritual things that are happening in our life. But I have that right after this, and I was just like, cleansing, clearing my energy, getting ready, and all that. And I was feeling into this really deep, heavy feeling that I've had kind of the whole weekend. And I'd been kind of numbing. I was watching 90210 rewatch because I love that show. I watched it in high school. But anyways, I was watching that, and I was kind of just like numbing yesterday. And then I finally sat down to feel into these emotions. And it's like, you could not even, if you are stimulating yourself all the time, you cannot even realize that there's something you're ignoring. There's an emotion that you're ignoring, and you're not accepting, and you're not seeing. And that's okay to ignore it. I think not entirely. Let me finish. It's okay to ignore it at the beginning. Sometimes you need a second to be like, wait, I'm acting in a behavior that I don't really want to be acting, that doesn't really support my highest self. What can I do? How can I change my path to act a different way? And actually, scratch that. That's not what I was gonna say. I'm feeling this thing, and it's like, what feeling do I need to feel? What do I need to tap into? What am I ignoring? What's actually trying to speak below that I'm just numbing, that I'm covering with something else, that I'm avoiding with busyness, because we all have our own coping mechanisms, that I'm covering with eating. And that was me yesterday. I was like, I just want to buy every single menu item on Uber Eats. I didn't, but I wanted to. Am I online shopping? Am I scrolling? What is my dopamine that I'm trying to get to ignore this thing, to numb this thing? And I think that's okay for a second, because you have to your body's trying to speak to you, and we don't always immediately think, oh, I'm feeling this way and I need to do this. You don't always just immediately do that, unless you are a very healed human, which I believe those exist. But for this collective, it's like, it's okay to have a day like that. And then the next day be like, okay, wait, this is what I did yesterday. This is what I'm feeling today. Maybe I need to move into my body and talk to this feeling. What's up? Get curious. Talk about it. Guys, I just spent so long talking about emotions, but I feel like that was like the main thing where, you know, at the beginning where we were saying, we were saying this, how I was saying that there's things getting in your way and it's like emotions. I feel like we needed to highlight that. That feels like a really big thing. And also past programming. Like past programming, but that's like so tied with emotions and like how you're processing everything and how your I also just got this feeling of like, okay, so my brain is like kind of going in so many different directions right now, but I'm just gonna roll with this. I need you to tap into your confidence. 1111 on the timestamp, 1111, fuck yeah. I need you to tap into your confidence because there are areas in your life where you are so confident and where it feels so natural and where it feels so good. And I need you to tap into that. I really need you to tap into that. And oh my gosh, guys, like there are areas where you are so freaking amazing, where you are so freaking tuned in, where you are so freaking there for the other. And sorry, my brain is going in so many different directions, guys. ADHD is at its finest, but I also feel like a lot of your guides are coming in. There is an area in your, guides, we're going into this direction. There's an area in your life where you are so natural, where you are so where you feel so confident. I need you to tap into that more. And I need you to stop judging yourself for areas that you might not feel that way. Because you don't have to feel confident in every single area of your life. You just have to feel confident in those areas that are for you. And that's what I need you to work on. That's what I need you to work on. I need you to step into that more, okay? Okay. That's all I got. So, thank you for being here. Thank you for bringing your light, and I will see you soon.